going to create is just a generic template PowerPoint presentation that we can put all of our pieces so that all we really have to do is open this template presentation and then open the journal template and just copy paste. It'll be super cool. And all we have to do is open your PowerPoint, click blank presentation, and here we go. We do want to save it right away, so I'm going to do save as. I'm going to go into my OneDrive. If you have Microsoft 365, you have a OneDrive, and I have a folder called PLR templates, and I called it drag and drop template for journals. I'm going to save it. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go out there. Next, we're going to go out into the Microsoft world and find a calendar template. So we're going to go into File, New, and I have the calendars kind of ready here, but let me show you how I found it. So I typed in calendar, and we're going to search, and all of these calendars came up that we can use. How cool is that? The first one here, they're just little bitty calendars, and these are actually undated, but we're not going to use that one. We're actually going to use this one. What's nice about this one is that this is 2019. It's already 2020 ready, and all of the days are in here. Oh my gosh, we're going to use this one. If this is not 2019 that you're looking at this, maybe it's 2020 or something, just do the same thing we did and look for a current calendar. So we're going to go to Create, and it's going to open for us. Awesome. The first thing we're going to do is just kind of click around and see what opens and what doesn't open. Okay. But all we want today is the calendar. So I'm going to right click, copy. Then I'm going to open my drag and drop template, right click, paste. Don't freak out because if you remember, everything was in white. So we're just going to change everything to black. And there's our template. The next thing that I like is I like the numbers in the center. So I'm going to go to Table Design. Sorry, I always forget. Layout, Center, and then actually center in the frame. So now all of our numbers are centered in the frame. The next thing that I'm going to check, I'm going to go to Home, and I'm looking right here at my font. It's the body. That's what we want, because when you drag and drop, you want these fonts to copy the fonts that you have for your body and heading in your template. We could mess with these, but at this point, we really don't want to mess with these because we're not sure what size template we're going to be using. I'm going to right click, copy. Now I'm going to open a template. So this is my 6x9 template. I just picked a page, right click, paste. Ooh, gosh, Kathryn, it's too big. No problem. We're just going to shrink this guy. Okay. And see, things change. If this was an 8.5 by 11, these might fit because our calendar would be bigger, but it's no problem. I'm going to highlight all of my days of the week. Maybe you want it in a different language. Start typing those in. Maybe you want this Monday through Sunday. Go ahead. But if you do that, the numbers down here are going to change. I want these to fit. So, Thursday. Now, I'm not sure, but I think we can get by with THU. All right, awesome. These numbers are a bit too small for me. I'm going to highlight those, go over here, and I'm going to start changing the numbers until I see something that I like. That's kind of nice. It's a little bigger than my days of the week, so maybe I'll cut that down a little. All right, and now, you know what? You just put in the January calendar into your template. Now, how long did that take? Not very long. Let's do some other cool stuff. I'm going to highlight everything. I'm going to go into Template Design, and let's say I want a border around all of it. Okay, I just click Border here. I'm going to click the down arrow, and we have a lot of different choices, just an outside, maybe inside, top, bottom. Diagonal is kind of cool. Maybe you don't like the colors. That's all right. PowerPoint gives us a lot of different options here that you can choose from. All right, so pick whatever you like. Maybe you didn't like any of that. We can still change the color. So I highlighted this first one. We're going to go here to shading, and you just pick whatever color you like. Okay, you can also find more colors. All right, the other nice thing, I'm just going to highlight this one, is if you have an image here, especially if you're doing something for a blog that has flowers or whatever, if you go into shading and you go to eyedropper, you can actually pick the color inside of that image. And that will change to these colors. But we don't have that, so we're just going to go like that. All right. Now remember, if this is for KDP, you want it grayscale, so you really don't want anything too harsh. You could make it black, and then what we're going to do is we're going to highlight this again. We're going to go to Home, and then we're going to change the fonts to white. So hopefully you can see there's a lot of different things you can do. You can even shrink this up more. But once again, you're going to notice that all of these have changed sizes. Now, as you shrink them, you might want to consider just putting in the first letter, and there you go. I just changed all the days of the week to their first letter. Now, it looks like I shrank it a little too much, but not really, because all we have to do is change the letter size. Oh my gosh, crazy. So this is January. You might want to type in January, or just go back here to the template we used, right-click, copy. Now I'm back into my journal template, paste. We're going to highlight it because remember it came out white, and just go like this. Oh my gosh! Okay, I probably shouldn't be that excited. But there you go, and it's ready for 2020. If this is going to be an undated calendar, it's super easy to get rid of the numbers. You just highlight everything and hit delete. And I'm not sure how long this took, but now you have a January calendar in your template. Now I went back to the original template, and I could do the same thing for all of these months. And what's really cool is that these are free to use because, well, they were on Microsoft. And if they weren't free to use, I'm not sure why they would put them there. Let's go back to our template here for a second. I'm back here at my drag and drop template. I am going to highlight everything, and just for my brain, I'm going to put the borders in and leave it like that. You might also want to, remember this is your template. You can do anything you want. You might want to just delete the numbers out also. But before you leave, save it. Save. I have to save a copy because it's on my OneDrive, but I want to replace it. And there you go. How many journals can you make now? 1 million. I hope you enjoyed this and come back because I'm going to show you some other cool stuff.